Hello and welcome to Sci Fishes. You join us in Wales on a family holiday in Abu Dhabi, where the beaches are beautiful and the wildlife is hungry for Dan's head. Hey you, what are you doing to us? And look how good I got at kite surfing. And it just so happens there was some great fishing down in the harbour. It's almost as if I planned it. Hello my fishy friends. This is actually a lure rod, but it can just about handle a 3-ounce lead. So I've got my rechargeable night light, which is going to be very useful. First time using it, and this is a 2-hook flapper setup. So got one hook there, other hook there going to the rod, and the lead hanging down. And strangely, listen to this. We bumped into 2 young fishermen, those were like 16-year-olds, down on the pier earlier. Hope you can hear me in this wind. And they had a bass which was a good, more than a foot long. It's no bigger than that. It was probably about 4 or 5 pound in weight. And they caught it on bacon. So no breakfast for us tomorrow. We're going to get the bacon out of the fridge and hit the pier and catch some bass. Well, I've never used bacon as bait before, but that's what them young fellas caught on, so why not? I chose to do a voiceover for this part of the video because the wind was so strong and you could hardly hear me talk. You can see on the tip of my rod my rechargeable nightlight for indication. It wasn't long until I hooked into something that I thought was a huge fish, but turned out to be a crab line that one of the kids had dropped in the water. And to make things even harder, Dan hooked a fish at the same time. It was fun trying to juggle both. Oh, Dan's got a bloody fish. Dan's got a fish on. I've worked out I've hooked a bloody crab pot or something, and it's really hard to get in. Got some steps, but I'm a bit nervous. You want to net it down there? Is that big? Can you tell? Hey? Yeah. Dan has bassed it up already. You can believe that, Dan. While I was tangled up with a crabbing net. Dan has done it already. That didn't take long at all. They said this is a hot spot for the bass. Bass on bacon. Mental. This water is pumping through now, filling up the estuary. 2 hour left over there. Dan over the moon with his bass. Me waiting for my first bass. Could happen any second now. This wind is very strong. They said 70 miles an hour winds. So me and Dan are probably a bit mad to be out in it, but you never guess who's hooked one. Dan again. I've got to do my netting job. Right, I'll go down. It's a bit tricky. The wind's calmed down a bit. Wind's calmed down a bit, but the tide's a bit higher, so I'm going to stop recording because I need to hold this handrail so I don't die. basically. Second one for Dan. Not bad at all. Bacon is doing the business. Here he is. Good size, eh? Dan's got a new tactic and I'm going to give it a go. I've got to catch my first bass. Well, it's my first bass ever. Smaller than Dan's, but yay! Bass. I think we've got the technique. I just had 3 bites in about a minute, so let's see what happens from now. One bass for Simon. Holding it with a pair of Dan's pants. Let's put him back. I'm gutted. I just hooked one and I was having to back wind. It was really pulling hard, taking line, and I tried to play it over to the steps to land it and it bloody came off. That was exciting. Let's have another go. And I've had 4 bites now. Caught one fish, lost a bigger one. Doing this technique of lifting and dropping the bait just to try and attract any passing fish. Definitely working. Let's keep at it. And it wasn't long, as you can see from the tugging tip of my rod, that I hooked my second bass. Ow! Those spines are so sharp. Shimon! Whoa! Wow!
Oh, that's brilliant! Oh, that's brilliant!
With the weather, it's going to be a rainy day all day, but I've got my waterproofs. Hello my fishy friends. We are fishing again, but in the daylight this time. Let's hopefully find some bass or different species. Would be nice. Dan, the big bass fisherman.
Bassman's back.
The bassman's back. Dan only catches big bass. I catch little tiddlers. Here's my rod, my setup, 2-hook flapper. I'm just going to plonk a rod. Down here, we're thinking just down here, the tide is on its way in. We're an hour before high tide, so it's coming in. We're fishing the opposite side to where we fished the other night. The other night we was fishing up against this metal wall. We was casting off that, tight to that. You can always go back to there if nothing happens out here, but we're thinking deeper water down here. So let's have a go. Double bacon. They love the bacon, the bass. Strange. The kids are jumping in the water, so that might hamper our fishing. There's Dan's rod. I'm waiting for an indication. I'm not going far down, just down into the depths. And there's mine. And it's actually really deep. I've just cast down and it took quite a bit of line before the lead hit the bottom. But the rain is pattering in our face. And the tide's on its way. And hopefully the bass are on their way too. That was a quick bite.
5 minutes. In here. So I had a little knock. And then I think it weeded him up, but it's come free now. I don't know how big it is.
I think it's an eel.
An eel?
Eel. Oh, the seagull wants a bit, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got an eel as well.
Shall I just hand line it up?
Yeah. Guy's got a conger eel. Wow. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. Watch him, Joey, mangle you up.
Oh no. Is this going to tangle me up?
Oh,
It's in his bottom lip, so...
bottom lip. Don't know what kind of eel it is. Is it a conger eel?
I don't know.
I don't know what they look like. I've no idea with sea fish.
Might be electric eel. Ah! Ah! Come back! No! Don't go my way! It's so slippery!
Got your Shimon gloves on.
Yeah?
Shimon.
Oh, you got it. Where'd you get that from?
You left it in the box. First catch of the day. Oh, they're weird, aren't they? Oh, what? You're going to bite your finger. Put it back.
I better
Chuck it back.
put him back because I can't keep hold of him. Right, back it goes. Yeah, the slimiest gloves now. Alright, the rods are back out, just down in the same spot. It's really deep there. Dan, you got a towel? My hands are a bit slimmed up.
I got a towel. Got a pair of pants. Do you want to wipe your hands off?
I might leave it, I think.
Okay.
The sniff test on your pants.
Get all that.
Cheers, Dan. Well, now we know 2 species that like bacon. That was mad. Just got to keep an eye on that rod. It just toes up and down very slightly in this current, this flow of the water coming in. And as soon as you see little tugs, or a proper tug where it pulls right down, that's when you know you got a fish. That was like sharp little tugs. That eel that I just caught. You never know. You just don't know what's going to come along. Dan just had a couple of knocks. We're just watching the tip of his rod now. Must remember to keep an eye on mine while I'm filming Dan's. Just caught another bass. Dan has just netted it for us. Here we are.
Want to borrow me? Nah. Nah, just really spiky.
Here we are.
Lovely fish.
This one is probably too small to keep, eh?
Yeah, it's undersized, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow. Best spot I've ever sea fished. He's eating the bacon. You can, Joe.
Yeah, look.
You can see him eating the bacon.
Having a nice course there.
How very dare you? That's why I'm getting these little nibbly bites. Oh, sorry, mate. He's off. He's taking the little bit of bacon with him. Where are you going?
Look, I'm stuck on something.
Farewell. Me and Dan both just got snagged up. There's not sure. There's crab lines down there, I think, and all sorts.
Getting weight every time you cast out.
Every time.
Difficult spinning. This young fella. Oh, I got a bite. crab, I think. No. We're almost an hour past high tide. Probably going to call it a day for now. We've got another, how many days? We've got another 3 days worth of fishing, but we're doing family stuff as well, so probably get the opportunity to fish 1 or 2 more times. I've enjoyed this. This is the best place I've ever sea fished. I've not done a lot of sea fishing in my life, but this is superb.
Right, now you need to pay attention, I think, Simon. Please.
I'm fine, don't worry, I'm concentrating.
Oh no, please.
It's stunning.
Right, Simon, put that down.
I will. I just landed on my arse. That was a really stupid thing to do. Again, I've hurt myself. I had the right footwear on this time. I'd love to go fishing in this lake. I'm sure there's just more than trout in this lake. Right, before we venture home, let's try and see the full length of the lake. It's coming down through the trees. Well, that's as far as we can see. That lake goes round the bend. It was at least a 10-minute drive to get to this end of the lake. And apparently the lake is over 1,100 acres in size. That is ridiculous. It's our final day. Home tomorrow. Last chance to catch.
Trying the old favourite wedge out today, because it's had a few days of calmer weather and the sun's been shining, so the water clarity should be a bit clearer. Hopefully we might be able to pick one up on the lure. Save getting smelly bacon fingers.
I'm going for bacon fingers. Dan's lure fishing. Well, check this out. We've walked further down from the wooden jetty. So many kids crabbing. We're just going to have a little go here. No idea if it's any good. Dan's chucking his lure out. Plop, there it went. But yeah, tide's coming in, so it's only going to get deeper in this area. It's about a 3.5 metre tide today compared to our first night when we fished, when it was nearly 4.5 metres. So this is a metre lower, much calmer. Let's get my bacon out. Not quite the same as fishing over by the estuary. I've got my rod out anyway. I'm going to give it 10 minutes, see if there's any knocks. Just going to launch it. That was not that far from the yellow boat. Those wedges can really cast far. Yeah, I think it's time to move swims. No bites here, it's a bit too shallow. There's so many people crabbing. We've come a little way along. I've done the tactic that I was doing the other night and the other day. Sorry, the other night when I was fishing through the night. Really close in. Bait close to the harbour wall. And that's what was producing the bites before. This is... oh! I just had a knock already. That's been in the water 1 minute. Could have made the right move, I think. Dan's got the sand eel on now. Well known, very good bass bait. There's a bit of visibility, so you can see it, and you never know, something might snap it up. So we are fishing here, and in about an hour and a half's time, we're going to the restaurant there. Right, we've made the move. We're back amongst the madness. It's not quite as busy as earlier with all the crabbing lines out, but we've only got an hour till the table's booked at the restaurant, so this is it. I'm having a go. Dan's going through his different selection of lures. My bait is back down there. Shame we can't fish a little bit nearer where we caught the bass earlier, but all the crabbers are crabbing. Well, I just hooked something really small. The crabbing crew have moved away, so I've managed to get back to my favourite spot. I hooked a little one. I'm fishing out into the centre, a bit further away from this wall. For some reason I'm not getting any takes close to the wall like we did before. But it's a blimmin' gorgeous evening. Look at this. This is lovely. I wish we had more of this weather through the week. It's so nice. Got about 15 minutes till I need to go and have my last meal. Sounds like I'm being executed. My last meal with the family before we go back home. As you can see, this is a very family orientated little harbour. Paddle boarders all over the place. And strangely, people, had a knock, still catch a fish. Even with all this going on, people still catch fish. Dan's got one. 9 seconds and Dan has stole the show. It's a tiny one, but here we go.
Bass, yeah, little bass.
And back he goes.
Just in time for two.
Yes. And now it's dinner time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy this video. A bit different from my normal ones. See you soon.